Hi there, I'm Dalton from IndieByte. This is our sixth vlog. Unfortunately, this week we couldn't all meet up and do our vlog together due to members being ill. Well, first of all, we got our feedback, our midway review feedback, and I thought it was really helpful. Um, we agree with all of the feedback. It's a lot of it we knew. Um, and it's good that other people are having the same negative views as us. So um, we do know the areas that our game needs to improve on. Yeah, really happy with the feedback, um, and I think that it will really help us push the game to the next level. A quick thing I did this week was making upgrades work. So you can upgrade your boat's damage and how much health you have. The bosses also scale now as well. There's currently only 5 bosses because this is all we want to focus on for EGX. Along with the upgrades, I've also added to the health bars an actual number indicating how much health you or the boss has. Basically, this is because obviously these numbers scale as you go through the game. But if you don't see these numbers, then you don't know they're scaling and you don't feel like you're progressing. So we've added in some more visual feedback to the player to show them these values to feel like, oh wow, look at these crazy numbers I'm getting compared to when I first started the game. And also a chance to get a critical hit, which will do double damage. And when you get this, the numbers that come off in a different colour, and it says critical hit and the number. So it really feels like, oh, that was a good shot, a rare shot. Makes you feel good when you get them. And I had the moment when I was playtesting it where I was really low on health, the enemy was really low on health, and I needed a crit. If he hit me once, he would have killed me. And I had to get a crit, basically, because he was going to hit me soon. And if I didn't get a crit, I wasn't going to beat him. And luckily, I got a crit, and it just made me feel really good and about defeating that boss. And that's an experience and an emotion that we want to give these players, and we are getting there. And more visual effects. So if you miss the boat when you fire at it, if you miss it and it lands in the water, we've now got a water effect. So instead of just nothing, it looks nice, and it's just more kind of feedback to the player, showing them that you missed. Try again and aim a bit better this time. And it just makes the game feel more responsive and alive, that the cannons hit the water and the water has been affected by it, rather than just like completely nothing, and the game feels more sort of dead. It's more responsive and alive with these effects in. When you hit the boss, there's now an explosion effect, again, rather than just nothing. Makes it feel like you're doing more, like you're actually doing damage to the boss. It feels a lot better. And also tweaking the actual effect when you fire the cannon, so the little puff of smoke, it blocks the vision of the player and you can't really see where your cannons are going. So this needed to be tweaked a little bit. Also this week we're adding boat names to the enemies. So this will give the bosses kind of more personality and make them more unique and more memorable, and so they don't all feel like it's the same all the time. And this is also so people, if they get stuck on a particular one, they might say to their friends, oh, whatever boat, that was really tough and I finally got past it, and then they might be like, oh, that one's really easy for me, or yeah, I got stuck on that too. And we're going to have an animation for this as well. So when you start the boss battle, the camera will be zoomed in onto the boss's name on the side of the boat, and it will pan out. So you know what boss you're fighting, and then it will sort of go into the battle from there. We got some play testers. It was mainly to see if they could actually hit the boss and how they found the swipe. That's what I was sort of interested in, because that's something we've been working on over the whole course of the project, really, is to try and get that swipe feel good. They picked it up pretty quickly. They sort of missed, at first, which is what you expect, and they managed to get better but not hit it every time. Like, it wasn't too easy to master, but he definitely got better at it. I think it's currently the best sort of state it's been in. Currently working on the rewards. So when you actually defeat the boss, a chest will appear and you'll get all these lovely rewards so you can upgrade your boat and stuff like that. Yeah, we just want to make that feel good, make the player feel like they've gained something and they feel like they've done something good. And yeah, so we've got to make that really feel good, really look good. So yeah, I'm still working on that this week. And that's it from me. See you next week.
This week I spent a lot of start of the week working on changing the exploration scene, as we put in the tile based system so that you flip over tiles and you'll get like each tile will be like either a runner or a boss fight or nothing, and then you can complete them tiles to get resources, and then completing them will get you chests as well. And you put that system in, but we realised after we had it in that it kind of didn't really work as intended, and that there was some like flaws with it that we didn't think of when we originally designed the idea. So we kind of like took a lot back, kind of made it a lot simpler, so that all you have now is 3 tiles. Complete each of the 3 tiles, get resources. If you complete all 3, you get given a chest as a reward. And then whenever you want, you can just click on the next boss and you can take on the boss. We decided, instead of just having a boss button, you can always click and just fight a boss, to have it more of a like progression system with the bosses, so that you have a like path now going up, so that each boss is numbered and each boss will progressively get harder as you take them on. And we kind of wanted this system as it kind of shows your progression in it. You actually can see how many bosses you have beaten now because of how far up the ladder you would be. And where previously before that system didn't really show your progression, not enough that kind of made it feel like you had got anywhere. I tried to polish it, make it look a bit nicer, but we're currently waiting on the art, which we are working on now, which we're going to get in over this week, so hopefully that scene will look a lot nicer. This week we also received our midway review feedback. There was a few things that were picked up, we noticed were quite common among the feedbacks we were given, is that some of them were a lot of our art related problems that we've mentioned before that we know, and hopefully we have found a solution to that. So over the next 3 weeks of Transfuzer, we're putting a lot of work into getting the polish, game feel and the art stuff in, because we feel that is the thing that's lacking in the game. And judging by the reviewers' feedback, they also agree with us that kind of Circle has been very programmer heavy. Another thing we did this week is we looked at the upgrade system. As previously there was 3 resources that you needed, but we kind of looked at it, and having 3 didn't really add anything compared to just having 1 key resource. So previously it would take, for instance, to upgrade your damage, you would need 2 of one resource, 2 of another and 2 of another, which, whereas you were given random amounts of the resources, the problem we had was sometimes you just didn't get lucky enough to get the resource you wanted for the upgrade you wanted. And we didn't want to frustrate the player, because it kind of came down to just luck if they get what they need. And to base it off of luck is not a very well designed system. So we looked at it and went, the sensible way is to get rid of 3, have 1 resource, they get a set amount of that resource, but either like a small variable reward of that resource, be it however many or how well they've done on that run. They can actually tell how hard the upgrade is to get, and they can kind of plan when they will be getting the next upgrade and how much they need to play to get to the upgrade. So this week as well we started adding sounds. There's only a few basic ones in there at the moment, but we have a load of sounds that are made, ready to enter the game. We're just currently going for it, adding them in. So we've got stuff like when you click a button in the menu now, you get a nice little click. That is kind of the kind of things we wanted for the kind of game feel, as everything needs to every button you push, and you need to feel it. You need to kind of know that you click that button and something has happened when you push that button, where previously before you would click it and not much changes. You want it to be quite obvious you've clicked the button. So, like, same as we've done that with the camera, when you click on the customize, even though the boat is already in the background of the scene, the camera pans in a bit, it really focuses on that boat. You know that button has done something, because sometimes they kind of didn't really feel like anything had happened, even though it did. So we've done that. Hopefully today we plan on spending a lot of time together. We're going to meet, all talk and try and get a load of the little tasks done as we have a load of little things that need fixing or adjusting. So we're going to go through and take all these small little tasks we've got that are like 5-10 minute jobs and try and smash all them out today so that we have a lot more polish for the game. For the last 3 weeks we want to get a load more playtesters, get a lot more feedback and really focus on what people like and what people are either struggling with, such as like not understanding the controls or what they should be doing or why they are doing it, as we want the game to be as intuitive as it can, so that when we come to EGX we don't have to tell everyone that's playing the game how they should be playing it. We want them just to pick up the game and play it, and by getting feedback, that's the best way to make sure that people know how to play it. As we done this previously on the old version of the game, and there was a lot of stuff we didn't realise that had a big impact when people played it, that ruined the experience or just didn't make the game fun, and just changing little things or changing a couple of words to make sense a bit better really improves the overall experience of the game. So this is the end of the 6th vlog, and see you next week.